Hi everyone, my name is Bella DiArmit. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, it is all about making altruism more accessible to all. I introduce different opportunities for you to make a positive impact on your community despite your age and despite your resources. So if you're into volunteering, if you're into service, if you want to make a positive impact on the world, you have found the right place. Go ahead and click the subscribe button to stick around. Okay, so in today's video, I am making chocolate peanut butter balls, and I'm going to be giving them to some lovely people who have gone out of their way to help me out. It's called Karma Queen, so this is going to be a new series on my channel where just periodically, if someone is super duper wonderful to me, if someone does something that they don't necessarily have to do and that does have a wonderful positive impact, I want to make sure they know how dope they are. And I'm gonna do that today by making them some chocolate peanut butter balls. So I have already made my little balls. As you can see, I have a bunch of them. I made these by mixing together peanut butter, melted butter, powdered sugar. And the only other ingredient we're gonna be using is chocolate. So these are melted down semi-sweet chocolate chips. It's a really easy recipe. I'll make sure that I link it in the description below because I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. But I am going to be talking to you guys about what these wonderful individuals did, why I'm making... I wash my hands, I promise. Sorry, little balls, oh my goodness. So in my video, as I chocolify these, I am going to be just telling you about what happened, and hopefully you guys will be able to think of some individuals in your own life who have gone out of their way to make you happy or do something for someone else. And who knows, maybe some of you will get inspired and choose to do the same thing. Okay, my lovelies, so the very first individual who is going to be receiving some chocolate peanut butter balls is one of the regulars at my gym. He is a very, very kind older gentleman, and every single morning he's just like, oh my gosh, hi Bella, how are you doing? How are your holidays? Is your family doing all right? Him and I are pretty buddy-buddy. He's really cool, and I just appreciate him. It's kind of hard to wake up at 5 a.m. and every single day, especially when I want to stay up and watch movies with my boyfriend and stuff. It's hard. Oh shoot, I dropped my ball. A few weeks ago, while I was working my early morning shift, it was probably 5:30 a.m., still completely pitch black outside. A man came in and he asked me for a jump. His car had died and he just needed a quick jump to get on with his day. And I was kind of sketched out. It was pitch black outside, and no one else who worked there was going to show up until 8 a.m. And I was just worried if something happened, no one would know. So, oh, and then I almost forgot this. The big factor was his car wasn't just in front of my gym. The car was all the way down the strip mall. It was probably a good 5-minute walk down to his car. And it made me very, very uneasy to just be that far away. If it were right in front of the gym, then I'd feel a lot more comfortable because we have big glass windows. The regulars would be able to see what was going on. But unfortunately, he was all the way down. And I just was not okay with this. I felt very sketched out. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups. My parents have taught me to just try to avoid putting myself in any compromising situations so that I don't get hurt. We'll just leave it to that. And this was definitely an unsettling scenario. So I walked up to this gentleman, my buddy, and I had my phone number written on a slip of paper. So I handed him the piece of paper and I said, hey, would you, if I am not back by the time that you're heading out, would you give me a call and just make sure that I'm okay? I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna give this gentleman a jump start. And this old man, this old black gentleman was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm coming with you. So he came out, he stopped his entire workout. He came out, he brought his car down, and he was there, he was present, he helped us jump this gentleman's car. He stopped his workout. That's a big deal. I don't even like when people talk to me in the middle of my workout, let alone ask me to stop it, leave the building, go get my coat, go get my keys, leave the building, and then come back. So it meant a lot to me. I was very unsettled by the situation originally, but just having him there, it meant so much. I felt very cared for. I felt very protected. And to be honest, I hadn't really felt that way at this new location. So the second gentleman who is going to be receiving these cookies today, he works at an auto repair shop. Earlier in the summer, I got into a car accident. I guess I'll play it out for you guys. Okay, this is Bella. This is the other person. So we're driving, I'm going to my boyfriend's, I'm listening to my music, I got my cruise control on, I'm very excited to see him. And we're driving, I'm right next to the median. And I guess this car kind of pulled out. So we weren't driving next to each other for a while, but this car pulled out and we were coming up on a gap in the median where you can do a U-turn. And this car just turns into me. Like, I think that I was momentarily in the female's blind spot and she didn't see me and she just turned into my car. So she impacted on the passenger front side, and she just my entire bumper had to be replaced. I couldn't open my door. Some internal stuff, like some minor internal stuff, was messed up. But it was my first car accident, so I was terrified. And I don't remember why, but like I hadn't been charging my phone, or I couldn't charge my phone just through my car. So my phone, I literally called my parents. I called home and I was like, I just got in a car accident. I was crying. It was a mess. And then my phone died. Like right after I told my parents that it was my brother who picked up. Right after I told Alex that I got into a car accident, the phone died. Just died. Terrifying situation. So I literally pulled my laptop out of my backpack so that I could start charging my phone. And then I got into my car. She was okay. I was okay. We got our cars to the side. We left mine. Mine was in the median. Like it was just in the median. So we got her car over to the side because her car was in the middle of the road. And then we called the police. We waited for the police to come. They took our statements separately, and then they handed me the police ticket. And I got, my parents let me recover from that. They gave me a few days, and then we called the insurance company and we filed a claim. Well, we tried to file a claim, and they told us, yeah, you need to download this app and send in pictures of your car and then send in any documentation you got from the police. So we did all that, and within that week or the next week, we heard from the insurance company, and they were like, yeah, cool, your car, we're gonna give you I think 2,500 or something. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So they said that they'd send the check over through email, and I started calling around to auto body shops. And people, some of my neighbors and some of my mom's friends really, really recommended this place called Albertsons. So we called Albertsons. They said, yeah, totally, drop off your car and we'll give it an initial inspection just to make sure that their visual inspection is up to par. So they did that, and Alberton got back to my family and they were like, no, dude, your car is not, it's way more than 2,000. Your car needs $5,000 worth of repair. So this is where the trouble starts. We then called the people, and we were like, no, we didn't call them. We emailed them back the inspection from Albertsons, and we didn't hear anything back. So then we called them, and myself and my mom spent hours on the phone with this insurance company, just on hold. We weren't even talking to people for a really long time, and they just kept, I forget what they were saying at that point, but they were just stalls. I think they wanted the police report. And so we sent over what the police had given us, which we thought was the report. Turns out it wasn't the report, apparently. Well, there's just so much that this insurance company, they ran us around so much. It turns out, we Googled the insurance company, and the insurance company, they cover bad drivers who get in a lot of accidents, and this is what they do. They lowball people, and then when people try and get the actual amount, they just make the process so hard that people they'll just take what they can get. I wasn't about that. So I have two cars technically. I have my very first car, which is 1997 Volvo sedan. She's a tank. She can take anything. My parents wanted me to get a really safe car so that if I got in an accident, I wouldn't die. So I wasn't pressed about transportation. I was chill, which is, I think, the reason that we were able to hold out for so long. If I couldn't drive, which I am so endlessly thankful that I did have the Volvo, If I couldn't drive, it would be an entirely different situation. But we spent 2 months going back and forth with this insurance company trying to get the money that we needed to repair my car. So it took us 2 months, and the person that we were working with at Alberton, I'm not going to say, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I'm not saying names just for confidentiality. But this man helped us so much. He understands the insurance, like he understands this process way more than we do. And so he worked with us like step by step. He would call my mom every single Monday to update her on what was going on. What? Who does that? Like, he doesn't have to do this. And he just did that out of the kindness of his heart. This man. So he was just absolutely hands down so amazing through this entire process. And it was just, if we hadn't had him by our side, I don't know what we would have done. So he helped us so much. And then in the end, we were able to, the insurance company he wrote me a check. They wrote me a check. And then we were able to pay Alberton, and they fixed my car. And they even, because they wrote the check to me instead of Alberton, I was able to say, you can just sand down this buff instead of like totally replacing it. So we actually like saved some money, and I got like a little bit of a payout from it, which right now, so my big goal is to buy a house at a pretty like decently young age. My momentary goal is to graduate debt-free from college. So I took the money from that, and I let myself, I put it in the bank so that I can use that for college. And then once college is over, any leftover money in that account will just be put into an account to save for my home, my future home. But yeah, the dude saved my butt. I appreciate him and his team so much. So it is going to be the second recipient of these lovely, super chocolatey treats. Oh my God, there's so much chocolate. Hello, everyone. So we have all of our little peanut butter chocolate balls have frozen. So we are gonna do our first taste test. I'm gonna cut one in half for the two of us. I set one aside earlier that I kind of messed up on. So, oh dude. Okay, so we watched MasterChef together, and whenever they open the truffles in MasterChef, they always talk about like, are there bubbles? Are there not bubbles? There are no bubbles. No bubbles here. I rocked it. I think this would, well, actually they're kind of messy looking, so.
That was pretty clean.
Probably wouldn't have done too well, but cheers.
So this is just like. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I killed it, guys.
Whoa, dude. That was pretty fire. That's pretty fire.
You heard it from the man himself. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next video. I hope that one of you chooses to make this jump, because
that's really good.
these are very good. And
no, okay, you said no, it's fine.
I want to give a lot to him. We can make another batch with more ingredients. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Focus is back on you. I hope that one of you guys out there chooses to do this, because it was so easy. I think it maybe took me 30 minutes, not including the 20-minute chill time and the chill time after either. But 4 ingredients creates these delicious little balls. So I hope that you all have a lovely evening, and I hope that one of you guys chooses to create some karma in your own life. Okay, have a nice night, everyone. Bye. So have a lovely day. Consider karma-ing it up. Okay, Alex, please cut that out. That was so bad.